afternoon, mon petit, and welcome back to my channel. I'm starting this vlog a little bit later than I normally do. You guys know what I'm normally like. We're up bright and early. I'm cracking on with vlogging. We're making our morning coffees together. But today we have just had the loveliest, most chilled out Saturday. In fact, I would say that today is my ideal Saturday. It is just my favorite. We started the day, Alex went to the gym, I went for a lovely run. We've just been chilling out this morning, cracking on with like a few jobs, just organizing things around the house. We've been pottering around the house, which is always my favorite terminology. We just had a lovely lunch of bacon and egg sandwiches made by Chef Alex himself, of course. And this afternoon, we have such a lovely day planned. I am so excited to really embrace the seasonal festivities. And when I say seasonal festivities, I don't mean like Christmas festivities. I mean the autumn festivities, because this afternoon, we are heading pumpkin picking and I am so excited. I feel like I'm finally ready to embrace those autumn vibes and really start bringing them into my home as well as my wardrobe. I don't know what it is, but I feel like when it comes to autumn, I don't embrace it fully. Like as soon as we hit September, I feel like I really need to feel that change in the air. I need to feel the temperature drop. I need to see the signs of autumn outside with the leaves falling, the darker nights. Like I feel like I need to be surrounded by it outside before I can bring it into my home. So you might be able to tell, I have started bringing it into our home. I was doing this morning and I cannot tell you how happy it makes me having these faux arrangements and being able just to like swap them out seasonally and just add a couple of little individual stems that completely change up the vibe of the bouquet and bring it into the new season. Because we've got some like really classic like peonies and hydrangeas in there, but I've just added a beautiful, what looks like dried hydrangea. This one potentially is a dahlia. I mean, it kind of looks like a peony, but it's definitely not peony season. So we've got this one here, we've got these beautiful rose type ones, and I just love how much it brings this arrangement into the current season. I've also been arranging the one behind me in this vase as well, which I absolutely adore. I just love being able to like bring in those richer tones, bring in those kind of autumnal vibes into my home as well as into my wardrobe. And this afternoon is just going to amplify that. It is going to be the catalyst of all the autumn styling, and I could not be happier. So we are going pumpkin picking with, I was about to say my sister and her fiance, my sister and her husband, G&G, which is so lovely. And then we've got the entire family coming round for dinner this evening, which is going to be really lovely. So I need to pop to Marks at some point to pick up the Indian takeaway range that they do. I absolutely love that. If you live in the country and you live somewhere where you can't get takeaways, the M&S takeaway selection, the Indian one, there's a Chinese one, there's a Thai one, absolutely amazing. So we've got the family coming around this evening, which I'm so looking forward to. So we need to do a little bit of like a tablescape. I need to get ready for them, but first we need to discuss the elephant in the room, because my new cardigan is on and I couldn't be more in love. You guys, can I just say, I love that you are as big and enablers as I am, because you all told me that I needed this in my life. As you know, I've got my gorgeous like chocolate brown knit from Sezane, and they released this stunning mustard color, and you were like, Ellie, you need that in your life. And you know I'm not normally like the biggest color girl, but the second I laid eyes on this mustard cardi, I just knew I had to add it into my wardrobe. In fact, I have actually another Sezane piece, which I might wear this afternoon, because I don't know if you can tell, the lighting's changing quite a bit as I'm chatting to you. It's kind of sunny, then it's not. We have a potential forecast for rain whilst we're out pumpkin picking, and I think this could be the perfect jacket to bring with me just in case we do get caught out in a shower. But oh, I'm so in love with this new cardi. I do need to ask you guys though, and I feel like you always give the best advice, because with regards to styling these cardis, I am really unsure whether we prefer having the top button done up or just undoing it to make it a little bit more casual, or is it one of those where you're like, Ellie, it's really not that deep, just wear the cardigan however you want to wear the cardigan. Please comment down below, do we like the top button done up or undone? Because I'm undecided. I quite liked it done up, but it was when I was wearing the brown one in my autumn winter trends video, a couple of you guys suggested wearing it undone. Let me show you the brown one actually, because oh my goodness me, I think it is safe to say this has already been my most worn cardigan of this season. I just love the colorway of it. I love the thickness and the cable knit in it. I feel like there is nothing more classic than a cable knit in autumn winter. I just absolutely adore it. So when they released the beautiful mustard color, I just had to pick it up. It seems actually, a couple of you let me know that they did used to do it in like a really gorgeous, like off-white oatmeal-y colour. And I did a little bit of digging on Sezane's website and it is available in the kind of like last chance to buy. So clearly it's a colourway that they're discontinuing, which I am gutted about, because if they did do that in that colourway, I would pick it up in a heartbeat. And these are not, these are expensive jumpers, let's be honest. They are very much an investment, but I feel like that would be the perfect piece to add into my wardrobe. But that's kind of why I liked the idea of picking up the mustard, because I don't have anything like it in my wardrobe. So I'm happy to spend a little bit more money on it, because I just feel like it's quite a special, unique piece. And knowing how much wear I've already gotten out of the brown one, I felt like the mustard was just an absolute no-brainer to add into my wardrobe. But the other piece I wanted to show you is something that I have been on the hunt for such a long time. And I feel like it's gonna look a little bit nothing on camera. It's not until I'm going to be able to kind of show you the details to this, style it up and show you it on, that you're going to understand why I picked up this beautiful waterproof raincoat from Sezane. Because oh my goodness me, look at that lining. Now I have been on the hunt for a gorgeous autumnal raincoat. I have some lovely, really wintry, like thick raincoats that I can wear when the temperatures are really cold, when like it's really dropped and it is like the thick of winter. But I don't really have anything for this in-between season. I actually find here in the UK it stays quite mild from like September, October, even into November, December. Like you don't need a full-on winter coat all the time, especially on rainy days. Sometimes I find that rainier days are actually a bit milder, because obviously you've got the cloud cover and it kind of makes it a little bit warmer. So I've been on the hunt for a beautiful raincoat to add into my collection that actually has a hood, because I've got a lot of coats in my collection, like trench coats and things like that. In fact, my Sezane trench I absolutely adore, but it doesn't have a hood. Let me show you that one as well. Honestly, I was just expecting to show you my new coat, but it's becoming a full-on Sezane haul. But what I love about Sezane is the fact that they keep things like on their website and they release them year on year. But I do love this trench, and it is, I can confirm, water or shower proof, I think is what they refer to this as. But obviously with it not having a hood, it does mean that you either have to do a mad dash, except your hair's going to get ruined, or you have to carry around an umbrella. And sometimes you just don't want to, especially if you are in the country. If you live in the country like me, I feel like I very much have changed my style since living in the New Forest, and have accepted that there are going to be a lot more things that I need for practicality reasons. Like if I'm walking through the New Forest, I don't really want to be carrying around an umbrella. I just want a lovely raincoat that's going to keep me nice and dry if I'm dashing in between pubs, or I'm just going for a lovely long autumnal walk. I feel like this is the perfect piece to add into your wardrobe. Now they did also do this in like a beautiful like camel colour, a little bit kind of like beigey, but they didn't have my size in stock, and I was debating whether to wait for the camel to come back in stock. But I kind of thought, you know what, I feel like the classic black is just going to go with a lot more. It's going to be so versatile. My favourite thing about this coat, which you're not going to be able to see again till I style it up, is it actually has a belt. So it has an elasticated belt that you can cinch in on the inside, which I honestly think is a game changer, because it just means that you are not being drowned in your coat. You're not being drowned in fabric, and especially a thick kind of waterproof fabric I can find quite overwhelming, particularly as a petite girl. I do find a lot of fabrics can overwhelm me as a petite girl, but raincoats especially I really struggle with. So I love the fact that it's kind of this like just below the knee length, like it's a long line length, so it's going to keep you really nice and warm. It means if you are going on walks and you're going to sit down on a bench or something, you're not going to end up with a wet bottom. It's going to keep you nice and warm, going to keep you nice and dry, and I just loved the style of it. I mean, especially the inside. Can you imagine if they did that check actually as a full raincoat? That would be beautiful. But I thought this was the perfect addition into my wardrobe. As I said, I feel like I've been on the hunt for something like this for such a long time, and I finally found the perfect piece. I actually think that this might be the best way for me to show you this coat on, because I feel like if I was to show you it in the mirror, you wouldn't be able to kind of like see the details to it and just how gorgeous it is. Oh, hello me. In the mirror behind me, that's a bit Inception. I feel like, sorry if that's distracting, but I wanted to really show you how the coat looks, because oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed. So in terms of sizing, I went for a 40, which is the size I usually take at Sezane. They did say with regards to sizing, if you are in between sizes, go for the size down, because it does come a little bit oversized, and I would definitely agree with that. I mean, this knit is quite thick and there is a lot of movement in my arms, like it doesn't feel tight or anything like that. So I would say you could go 1, even 2 sizes down, dependent on the fit that you want from it. But I just love the detail inside. Like, can you see the fact that it's got these little kind of drawstring bits, so you can cinch in this waist and just give yourself a much more flattering silhouette, which I absolutely adore. So it just means if you are doing the coat up, if it is a really, really rainy, wintry day and you just want like all the protection, it just gives you a little bit of a figure with your coat. I think it's absolutely amazing. I do apologize that I am just still wearing my slippers, but I would probably wear this kind of how I'm wearing it now. Pair of leggings, cute little knit, maybe like knee-high boots, welly boots, depending on how wet and rainy it is, or just like my walking boots out in the New Forest. I am so in love, and obviously you've got the hood as well, which is going to keep you really nice and dry. I could not be more in love with this. I feel like it really has shown how much I have changed since moving to the New Forest, that my hauls from Sezane used to always consist of like beautiful trench coats and like, you know, stunning heeled boots, and now I'm like knits and raincoats, and that is the vibe that we are going for, but I'm not complaining. I am so in love with it. These could not have arrived in more perfect timing, considering I'm literally hosting pretty much my entire family this evening, and everybody loves a non-alcoholic drink. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like, especially living here in the country, there's always going to be a couple people driving. There's always going to be a lot of people that just want a lovely non-alcoholic drink, and I adore these Dash drinks. So it looks like we have a new flavor. Oh my goodness me, cucumber and mint. That sounds absolutely lovely. Oh my gosh, I always have a stock of Dash drinks in the cupboard just so that whenever we have people over, there's always something they can drink. So what does it say here? Freshly minted, our classic cucumber just got cooler. We've given a Dash favorite a minty glow up, so you'll always leave the party in mint condition. Share the minty love with 40% off. Guys, 40% off. Oh my goodness me. There you go. That is a very exciting and a huge saving actually. So I'm sure you'll be able to use that on not just the new range, but any of your favorites from Dash. I always love having them in the cupboard, and I always feel like everyone always compliments them. Like every time they come around, it's a drinks brand that I feel like isn't as well known, but whenever I serve them to people, they always ask me, where are they from? I need to get myself these drinks because they are just absolutely delicious and just feel a little bit more like luxe than your classic Coke, your classic Sprite. I just feel like they feel a little bit more kind of like dinner party-esque, which is lovely when you've got guests over. So yeah, very excited about that new launch. Oh my goodness me, it is a bumpy drive to the pumpkin patch, but we are en route, and I am so excited to go pumpkin picking. I don't know if you can see, but the sun has come out. Oh, I've got another car on the lane. It's always very tight around here in the New Forest. We're actually heading to a pumpkin patch called Sunnyfields Farm, which if you are in or around Hampshire, in or around the New Forest, it is the pumpkin patch to visit. We love the Sunnyfields Farm shop as well. They always have amazing like fresh meat, fresh produce. It's where you always love going to get meat for like barbecues and things like that, isn't it? Oh, are we gonna do our Christmas meat from Sunnyfields?
Possibly.
That's not a bad shout actually, but yeah, I feel like I am perfectly dressed as well. This little knit jumper, I look like a little pumpkin myself, so looking forward to a lovely, very bright and very sunny evening at the pumpkin patch. We have arrived. It's got to be an orange wheelbarrow.
Anyone?
Yeah, one should be enough. I'm not gonna lie, we did kind of look hilarious coming in to the pumpkin patch for adults. No children in sight. Everyone else has got their kids with them. They've got push chairs and babies. Not us. We are 4 fully grown adults coming to the pumpkin patch, but we know we're gonna have an amazing time. Look at all the pumpkins. Oh my goodness me, that one is huge. Look at this. Oh my goodness me. This is an entire mural of pumpkins, and apparently it is the biggest in the world, which I think is just absolutely insane. Let me know, comment down below if you know what this reference is. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beetlejuice. How cool is that? We've got our first pumpkin. He's actually really cute. G's picked up a little white one.
I actually thought you were going for the big white one then.
Can you imagine these? Look how big that one is behind you there. It's absolutely huge. I don't even think I could lift that.
Look at that one behind you.
Which one? Oh my gosh. Okay, for size reference, guys, this is my hand next to this pumpkin. That is how big that is. I just needed to stand beside this one so you can see how big some of these pumpkins are. Like, that literally comes up to my knee. I mean, I know I'm not the biggest person in the world, but that is mad. From some of the biggest pumpkins to some of the littlest. Look how tiny he is. I don't even think that's a pumpkin. Is that a squash or a gourd? I never know the difference, but he's adorable. Yeah, he's
he looks like a cartoon pumpkin.
He looks like he's been like unpumped. An unpumped pumpkin.
Yeah.
Do you like him, do you? We're on the hunt for Alex's criteria is that he just wants a really interesting one. He's quite cool, I like him. Although, why do I feel like they weren't actually grown in this field? Something tells me that they have just been placed here. I guess pumpkin picking isn't so much pumpkin picking, more pumpkin picking up from where they've put down.
They managed to grow without any roots. They've just kind of...
They've just appeared.
They just kind of...
Is he a no? What do you think of the more like bobbly gourds? They're quite fun. Like, he's cool. I like him, yeah. He's interesting. Oh, I like him.
He's very spooky.
He is cool.
He is like a Beetlejuice.
Oh my gosh, look at the pumpkin house. This is so cute. Oh my gosh, it's literally just a full shed full of pumpkins. That's honestly amazing. First hot chocolate of the season, surrounded by loads of tractors. I mean, if this isn't just New Forest life, then I don't know what is. Well, I think it is safe to say that we've got enough food for a feast this evening, but honestly the M&S takeaways are just the best thing ever. If you just want to have a really easy takeaway style dinner with everybody round, these are just game changers. Well, good morning, Mon Petit. It is Monday morning after the loveliest, most wholesome weekend I could have ever asked for. I feel like I kind of left vlogging fall by the wayside a little bit after everybody arrived for the Indian takeaway. I'm going to do that in inverted commas for the Indian on Saturday night, but whenever everybody comes over, I just go into full-on hosting mode. I just want to make sure that everyone's well fed, everyone's well watered, and just having it the loveliest time. Although I think I did include a clip as we were tucking in to the Indian, and honestly it went down such a treat. It's such a great, I want to say like hosting hack when you want to have like a lovely dinner party style or like takeaway style evening, but you don't want to be having to like dash in and out of the kitchen too much. It was just delicious, and pumpkin picking was so much fun. Honestly, going at that time of the evening I think is just perfect because you get the sunset. It was just the best weather. We couldn't have asked for better. And I didn't actually realize that at Sunnyfields they do have food vendors there, so if you wanted to stay, grab yourself some dinner, you definitely could. So if you are in or around the New Forest area, Sunnyfields is definitely one to hit up. But I would just say, wherever you are, grab your friends and head to the pumpkin patch this October, because I honestly can't think of a most wholesome way to spend a weekend in October, and I'm very excited that we are fully in the swing of pumpkin spice season. I feel like I've kind of jumped on the bandwagon of it a little bit later than I normally do, but we ordered some more Nespresso capsules at the weekend, and of course I had to add in a couple of the pumpkin spice. It's one that they do every single year that's just like a seasonal edit, like a limited edition. So this is the pumpkin spice cake. I love these capsules because I find them not too much. I don't know about you, but I'm not the biggest fan of getting a pumpkin spice syrup at coffee shops because often I find they put way too much in. It's way too spicy. I find it a little bit too sweet, and I am a sweet tooth when it comes to my coffee, but places like Starbucks, I feel like they put in like 4 pumps. I have to say to them, like, please just put in the tiniest amount. I don't want it to be like an overbearing taste. So I really, really love these. And then it also just means that as I'm making my morning cup of coffee that you see me do all the time on my Nespresso machine, I get a little taste of autumn. I don't think I got a chance to show you actually the pumpkins that we ended up taking home with us. So Alex and I decided this year we were going to have a mission with our pumpkins, that we were going to find the most interesting pumpkins at the pumpkin patch, and mischief managed. That's all I'm going to say. So this is Alex's big boy, and our favorite thing is the nubbin on this. I mean, this literally looks like a witch's hat. I just absolutely love it. It looks like a cartoon drawing of a pumpkin, and I don't know if you can see it in this light because it's quite a grey day today, but it is such a like deep, almost red pumpkin. It's absolutely beautiful. So big, so heavy. I don't know how he managed to carry them home, and I decided to go for this gorgeous little number. It is the knobbliest, like most old man-esque pumpkin. I could not be more in love with him. I was like quite a small pumpkin. I never like to go too big with my pumpkins. And before anyone asks, no, I don't think we're going to carve these because I just think they're so beautiful and intricate and interesting on their own accord. They don't actually need carving. So I can put these on our porch for a little autumnal pumpkin porch. But look at how beautiful he is. I love all of the like knobbles that he's got on him. All of like the green, the natural green coating. It's just so incredible. I think he's so cool. So yeah, that was the theme of this year's pumpkin patch, to find the most interesting pumpkin that we could. And I think it is safe to say that we succeeded. We both came home with very interesting pumpkins. Ugly duckling pumpkins, let's put it that way, but I am not gonna lie, I kind of love them. Gosh, I feel like such an egghead today. I have not done a slick back bun since getting my hair redone, and I feel like today has kind of reminded me why I don't tend to do a slick back bun when I have freshly highlighted hair. And you're gonna have to tell me if I'm the only person that feels this way, but I feel like girls that highlight their hair, you will understand what I'm talking about, because whenever my hair is freshly done and I do a slick back bun, I feel like the color, I don't know if it's going to be something that's like just a me problem, but I feel like you can just see the highlights way too clearly. I much prefer it when I've got a bit of rootage that is kind of like grown in a little bit, because I feel like it blends a little bit better, whereas when I have like fully freshly highlighted hair, I feel like I always look like such an egg with a slicked back bun. Please tell me I'm not the only person that feels that way. But I've just come upstairs because I actually have a few new autumn outfits that I wanted to show you guys. I am so excited to be adding into my wardrobe. Now I'm actually doing a bit of work with QVC over on my Instagram, so the reel should have gone up before this. If you haven't seen that reel yet, head on over to my Instagram. I would love it if you gave that reel some love, because whenever I do campaigns with brands, I always just appreciate a little bit of extra love on the videos, and I would love to know if YouTube sent you. So head on over to the reel, comment YouTube sent me if you saw this vlog before you saw that reel. But of course, I knew that I couldn't gatekeep these pieces from you. The YouTube family deserves to see them, especially because when it comes to denim, I know you guys get very excited when we find gorgeous new denim pieces, because denim is so hard to shop, particularly as a petite girl, which is why I am so in love with this collection. This is actually the Danny Minogue Petites range at QVC, and as the name suggests, it is targeted and designed for us petite girls. But that being said, if you are regular fit, do not fear, they do all of these in regular fit. In fact, every single item in the collection goes from a size 6 to a size 22 in both petite and regular, which I honestly just think is absolutely incredible. So there is the perfect fit size for everyone, and these jeans I honestly think are just going to become my new favorites. They are just the perfect pair of like straight leg, light wash denim jeans. I can't tell you how lightweight these jeans feel. They feel so comfortable to wear. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm getting dressed in the morning and I put on like a really thick pair of denim, I'm just like, no, it's almost like my body has like this rejection to it. I'm like, no, I'm not really feeling that kind of vibe today, that fabric today. Whereas if it's like a really nice like lightweight pair that I can just pair with trainers, I can wear with my ballet flats, I can wear with boots, I can wear with pretty much any shoe in my wardrobe, I know I'm on to a winner. I couldn't be more in love with this pair. Now I got them in the 14 petite. I always size up a little bit in my denim because I find I've got quite a big bottom and quite big thighs, so I'd much rather than be a little bit looser around my waist. But actually these jeans are not that loose at all. They're like a really nice fit, such a gorgeous shape. The fact that the length is actually like cropped on me is so exciting. So I think it is safe to say that I have found the perfect pair of everyday jeans from QVC. Oh my goodness me, I could not be more obsessed with these jeans. The perfect straight leg cropped jean on me. I mean, the fact that you can literally see sock without having to like roll up the jeans is so exciting. They fit so nicely around my thighs, around my bottom, and also around my waist. It's like a really nice, not too high. I wouldn't call them like high-waisted, I'd just say they're kind of high-rise, which I personally just find the most flattering because I feel like you can tuck them in, or you can wear it with like a little knit, just like I've got on today. I also love these kinds of jeans with just like a loose cable knit jumper. I think they really are going to become my most worn piece of denim in my wardrobe. I could not be more in love with like the mid wash. I wish they did them in like a dark wash as well. I think that would have looked so beautiful for autumn, winter. But the me mid wash does kind of transcend the seasons a little bit more. So I think they really are the perfect pair of jeans. I couldn't be more in love with them. And the fact that they come in size 6 to a 22 just makes me so happy. Now this dress, I cannot even contain my excitement for, because as a petite girl, I have wanted to own a denim dress for years. I feel like it's like a fall favorite, you know what I mean? Like an autumn classic piece that so many girls have in their wardrobe that they bring out year on year on year. And I've always been so jealous of the girls that have a gorgeous denim dress just like this one. And I have never been able to find one that actually works on my shorter frame. First of all, I've never actually found a denim dress that comes in petite, and I do feel like that makes such a difference because I have a very short torso. I find that that for me is where the shortest part of my body is, and when you've got a thick material like denim, if there's a lot of excess fabric, it just looks really odd. It doesn't fold over nicely, like it doesn't bunch nicely. It just looks like it's too big for me, which, let's be honest, it probably was. So I have been on the hunt for the perfect denim dress to add into my wardrobe, and when I saw this beauty from the Danny Minogue collection, I could not have added it into my basket any quicker. Now, what size did I get this in? I got this in the 14 petite and it fits so beautifully. I probably could have gone down to a 12, but I'd much rather it be a little bit looser up top, and then I can really cinch in the waist, like cinch in the belt and create that beautiful feminine silhouette. And this is the kind of piece I can honestly imagine keeping in my wardrobe for decades. They are so ageless. Denim dresses are the kind of thing that you can wear in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. Like, I actually feel like as a mature woman, they almost work a little bit better because they just look a little bit worn, they look a little bit rustic. I love it, and I just think this is one of those dresses I'm going to keep in my wardrobe for such a long time, so I couldn't be any more in love with it. I feel like you guys are not ready for this dress because I'm not going to lie to you, when I first tried it on, I wasn't ready for this dress. I just cannot get over the fit, the shape, the length. It is just so perfect, and really has been the item I've been on the hunt for such a long time. I feel like a thing that they do really well with this dress is actually the thickness of the denim, and it's not as thick as most denim pieces are that I own. I do quite like a thick denim sometimes, but with this dress I feel like it needed to be a little bit thinner, a little bit more lightweight to have that kind of movement and flexibility. I think that's where a lot of the dresses that I've tried on in the past have gone wrong. They've just been too thick, they've been shapeless, whereas you can see the shape of this dress, the way that this waist belt just cinches in your waist, it gives you that beautiful feminine silhouette. And look at how stunning the structure is on the top half. Like, I feel like I've got lovely structured shoulders without needing shoulder pads. Like, it doesn't need any filling. It just has the most beautiful color, which I quite like done undone. I just think it makes it a little bit more casual, and the length is just so perfect. It's like just below the knees, which I've styled up with one of my favorite pairs of duo boots. This is how I styled it for the reel, and I absolutely love how this looks because I feel like it gives you a bit more of that kind of like elongation in your body. The fact that you don't see any skin, I think is really flattering. I'm all about that kind of like sexiness in modesty, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's just really sexy, but in like a very daytime casual way. And you could definitely go for like tan boots, I think would look amazing. You could go for flat boots. I feel like the options are limitless. But if you wanted to, ballet flats I think would also be beautiful. If you want to go even more casual, trainers. I feel like this is just such a beautiful dress for like autumnal weekend styling. In fact, this would be so cute if you get a nice warm day to go to the pumpkin patch in with a cute little pair of maybe like knee-high boots or even like walking boots. I'm absolutely in love with this dress, and I definitely think this is going to be one of those pieces I keep for decades. It's going to last in my wardrobe for such a long time. And then lastly, another item that I feel like is such a staple in your autumn wardrobe that I have not been able to find the perfect variation of. And you guys know I have looked for this. If you've watched vlogs over the last couple of years, I have always been on the hunt for the perfect boxy tee. And being a petite girl, I just feel like I've never been able to find it. They've always been a bit too long or a bit too oversized or a bit too baggy. And I am quite petite in terms of like my frame, in terms of my height, but also I don't find I have like big shoulders. And I find a lot of the time these kind of boxy tees, they need that big shoulder. Otherwise it just looks really like slopey and oversized, and it just doesn't hold structure well. when I tell you I have finally found the perfect boxy tee to add into my wardrobe. Oh my goodness me, I could not be more excited. So of course I had to pick it up in both colors. I got the black and I also got the white, and I feel like these are just the perfect length on us petite girls. They're the perfect kind of oversized without being too oversized. I love how high the collar comes up because you can wear these underneath like jumpers, cable knits, cardigans, things like that, and it's just the perfect piece to have in your autumn capsule wardrobe. When I say I've been on the hunt for something like this for such a long time, I am not joking. When I say I've been on the hunt for the perfect basic tee for such a long time, I am not joking, and I finally found it. So to show you the black tee first, because I think this is probably going to be my most worn throughout autumn, winter. I mean, look at the size, the fit, the shape. I couldn't be more in love with the length of it. I think one of my main problems I've always had with kind of baggy tees and like oversized tees in the past is they've always hit a bit too low on my kind of hips, and it just makes it so unflattering, whereas I love the fact that it stops just short of my hips yet still has that like oversized feel. As I said, I love how high the collar comes up because it just means that jumpers and cable knits are going to go so well underneath, and the sleeve length is really nice as well. So it's official, the perfect boxy tee that also comes in white. I honestly feel like there is nothing more classic to have in your autumn winter wardrobe. In fact, in your full-on seasonal wardrobe. Like, I am so excited to wear this in spring next year. I feel like the white is going to get a lot of wear in the kind of like warmer seasons. But as I said, underneath jumpers, I love it when you get that like little pop of colour just showing. So I couldn't be happier to have these tees in my collection. I can't remember if they came in a third colour, if it was just the two, but you know, I'm like, if I like it, I'm gonna get it in every colour. I have to say, I feel like QVC is quite an underrated brand. I feel like a lot of us, including myself, forget the variety that you can shop on QVC. They've got gorgeous like fashion bits, they've got homeware, gifting, beauty, and I have to say, I know it's still a little bit early to start mentioning the C word, but I do feel like now is the time to start thinking about those Christmas gifts that you want to be picking up for your loved ones. Maybe just start making like a bit of a mental note, a little bit of a list on your phone of the gifts that you either want to ask for Christmas or want to be shopping for Christmas. And I was very kindly sent over from the QVC team a lovely gift set that they do have on their website, which I honestly think this would be the perfect thing to receive for Christmas. I think my mum particularly would love this, because I was just having a little look at the little leaflet that they sent over of the products included, and this is the Age Benefit Gift of Great Skin collection from Gatineau. If you don't know Gatineau, they are a beautiful, like really luxurious skincare brand, and I feel like whenever it comes to like Christmas and things like that, if you're gonna get someone some like skincare products, you want to get them something that just feels so much more high-end, like something they wouldn't really shop themselves. And I feel like Gatineau is one of those brands for me, like it's a brand that I would absolutely adore to receive as a gift, because I don't know if I would necessarily shop it an awful lot myself. So in the range we have the Gatineau Age Benefit Melting Cleansing Elixir, Plumping and Hydrating Cleansing Balm with pea peptide, oat lipids, and omega-9 rich algae oil. And I have to say, when it comes to a cleanser, I love something that's like really melting. I literally want to make it feel like I am just pulling away the makeup off my face. It doesn't want to feel like stripping. I don't want it to feel drying at all. I just want it to feel like my makeup is melting off my face. So that sounds like it is right up my street. We then also have the Age Benefit Regenerating Cream. This is the rejuvenating and strengthening moisturizer targeting advanced signs of aging with red algae, hibiscus, and artichoke extracts. Lady C would absolutely adore that. And then also as a part of the range, actually I'm going to open these bits, we have a couple of serums. So first of all, we have the Age Benefit Advanced Eye Serum. I've been on the hunt for a new eye serum for a little while, and this sounds like it is right up my street. Even though I'm still in my 20s, I am still thinking about those like first signs of aging. I'm very aware that preventative measures are so much easier to target aging than like having to reverse the signs of aging, so that sounds incredible. And then the Age Benefit Refining Multi-Acid Peel. I am always a little bit nervous of a peel, but this does sound really lovely. It says refine, resurface, and brighten the skin's appearance with a concentrated AHA complex of glycosylic, lactic, and mandelic acid. And those acids are actually 3 acids I do find really work well on my skin. So it's a collection that I feel like would be so amazing to receive for any beauty lovers, anyone that is really kind of thinking about those signs of aging, and especially when it comes to Christmas gifting. I think that would be absolutely incredible, and it's kind of making me want to have another little pamper evening tonight. night. I'm not going to lie to you, because after the one I had last week, I really saw the benefits of it, and it's kind of reminded me why it's so important just to give my skin a little bit of a pamper. I feel like especially at this time of year, this is the time of year we really need to be like thinking about what we're doing with our skin, how we're looking after it. I don't know about you, but going from like central heating to outside in the cold air really dries my skin. So I want something in the evening that's going to be lovely and moisturizing, that's going to take my makeup off in like the gentlest, calmest way possible. I might actually just have to give this a go this evening. I was debating whether I keep this and hold it back for Lady C for Christmas, but I don't think I can wait that long. I think I need to give this a try myself. So some gorgeous products from Gatineau that you can shop at QVC. As I said, I feel like it's so underrated, and I often forget just how many amazing products and amazing brands that they stock there. So I will leave all of the bits linked down below, all of the new autumn outfits that I've been showing you and the new bits from Sezane if you do want to shop anything from this video. And on that note, I think I'm going to end this vlog here because it's been a lovely, cozy, very wholesome autumnal vlog, which I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you got to the end of the video, comment cozy down below in your comments. I always love knowing who gets to the end of my videos, and let me know, are you going to plan a pumpkin picking session with your besties? Because honestly, it's such a lovely activity to do at this time of year. And I feel like as soon as we hit the colder months, there's maybe not as many like outdoor activities that you can do, so it's quite nice to like really get them scheduled in and make time for those fun, wholesome weekend activities. So yeah, I'm going to leave this vlog here. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.